Hey guys, I wanted to make a video. I had made a post about teaching you how to build a email list and marketing to that list, and I wanted to follow up and show you how to do that. I want to, and we can continue this conversation further and talk about more things you can add to this and to make it better. But I'm going to try to run through it all and explain it to you. So here's a Facebook group I made for Tampa Bay for wholesalers and investors. Okay. And I would encourage you to do the same thing for your market. If you're here in Tampa, make another one, make, some other Tampa wholesalers and investors group or whatever. And, create something and name it something that's going to attract, wholesalers and investors. So, mostly, well, I would sort of say mostly, investor, but really both, because you can use the wholesalers to JV with, right? And you can use the investors to sell properties to or whatever. So you want to create a group that will attract both wholesalers and investors, okay? And that's really easy to do. I mean, if you go on Facebook, and just go in the group section. Facebook will be slow since we're making a video here. Well, I was going to go in there, but you can go into groups and just hit create a group, right? Put the name. You want to make it, I would make it private, me personally private. People can still find it, but they have to join to see what's in there. You can invite friends if you want to. You put a banner in there, right? And you hit create. So let's do that. Let's just make one real quick. I'll show you. So we'll do. We'll just call this one Tampa Wholesalers and Investors. Okay, and we'll make it private, right? And we're gonna keep it visible though, right? We want people to be able to find it. Okay, and then just hit create. And then once it's created, this is what you're going to do. You're going to make a banner for it, okay? And the best way to do that is just go to Canva, all right? So you can go to Canva and just put in Facebook banner or Facebook group banner and create it, right? And make a picture. I'll go into my Canva real quick and show you. I've got all kinds of stuff in here that you guys see all the time, right? But this one here I did for a wholesaling partners group in Seattle. So you would just, create a post like that. And then you can go in here and look for images. You can say ugly house, right? And pull up pictures, right? Maybe use this one for your group, right? And you just put it, fill it up. And then you can put, whatever writing you want on there. You just go up to the text and put this over here. And then you can make it bigger, move it around, make it say whatever you want. Excuse me. So, you just make it on there, okay? And then when you're done with it, you just hit share and you hit download. And, you name it, download it, and boom. And then you go and upload it here. You just hit edit and, upload photo, and you upload it to there. Okay. And then once that's done, you are going to, couple things. One, we're going to create questions. Okay. So you can say, the first one could be like, are you a wholesaler, investor, or realtor? I'm doing this quick. You can do, make it capital letters or, however you want to do it, right? So you can do check boxes, multiple choice, or written answer, however you want to do it, right? So you can let's just do written answer right now. Okay, save. And then my next one let's see, create a question. I'm not gonna sit here and think of one. So, but the important one to have, you can create that. You could create, like, let me think for a minute. You know, how many deals are you doing a month, or something to that effect, right? And then, but the important one is, what's your email address? You have to ask this one. And then you put like must have, or are required would probably be better, or mandatory, or whatever it is. Okay, and hit save. So you've got that. So you set up your questions, right? We don't have any pending approvals. We don't have any of this going on right now. Just want to make sure I hit anything. This is all right. So what you want to do is you want to go in here in group setting, and you want to create, we've got the name of our group, and you want to go in here in the description and write a good description that has the keywords so Facebook knows what your group's about. So to do that, if you don't want to write it, what we can do is we can go over to ChatGPT, right? And let's create a chat, and we'll say, hey, starting, I can't type. A Facebook group for wholesalers and investors in Tampa Bay, Florida. Please write me a group and I'll say, and make it fun. Okay. Boop. I've been typing a lot today. All right. So there we go. Right. We'll copy and paste that. And then we'll go back to our group and we'll paste that in. Right. Boom. Done. All right. But you can, again, you can customize it and make that, whatever you want. Okay, so we've got our name and description in there. Okay, and then new member intro. You can do this too. So to do this one, this will show your banner. If you hide your picture, it'll show your banner. And you just write a short one. They're only going to see this when they sign up. So you can just say, hi, I'm your host. Okay, and introduce yourself or whatever, okay, and publish that, right? So then when they sign up, it's going to say, hey, I'm your host. It's going to show the banner picture you put up there, and then when you hit continue, what it's going to do is go to your what's it going to do? Like your rules. It's going to take you to your rules, and then you're going to agree to those. Okay, so you can put a location in. I would do that, right? So this is in Tampa, Florida. All right, or Tampa Bay. Right, you can change your colors. You can change this. I would make this. I would change this and put like Tampa Bay. Or whatever, right? And make it that. All right. So then you've got a special URL for it. All right. No group affiliation. Who can join the group? I would leave this only profiles. Who can approve member requests? So you don't want your other members being able to let people in. So you want to make it only you. And I'll show you why in a minute. All right. But only you or a moderator. All right. You save that. Anonymous posting, I turn that off. I don't want people to be able to do that, right? If you're going to post something, I want to know who you are. Anyone can post in the group. require post approval. Don't turn that on because it turns people off in a group when they post something and then it doesn't show up. Like if they're trying to get an answer to, hey, what's the best title company or whatever, and they post it and they have to wait for you to approve it, it's annoying. So just make sure you're only letting the right people into the group and you don't, so you don't get spam. And if somebody starts spamming, kick them out, right? So post approval off, edit approval off. All right. Who can create chats? I'm not a big chat fan. I turn this off or make it, only admin so people can't just start creating chats in there. But that's up to you. And then you can sort it however you want. I just leave it most relevant and all that stuff. And then I don't add any of these things. Okay. And that's it. Right. So and then your group's done. All right. And so once that's done and you have your group, I would go ahead and make a welcome post. It's going to, your intro is going to be in here, but, you start adding content to it, right? Hey, I just started this group so I could connect with other wholesalers and investors in Tampa Bay and introduce yourself or whatever, boom, and do it, right? And make it look good, right? Customize it. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get this app here, and it's called the Group Collector, okay? And you can see I've got some groups on here that I'm doing it, right? I've got an affiliate marketing group. I created that Seattle group. I've got some other groups that I've started, right? So, but let's create a group collector for this. Okay, so we're going to add a new group, and the group name is Tampa Wholesalers and Investors. So let's copy that. Come back. Boom. Oop. That's not what I wanted. Tampa. All right. And then we want the URL, right? So let's click on that and grab that whole thing. Copy, go over here, put it in here, paste, create group. Okay. So now we've got it down here, all right? So once it's there, we want to create a Google Sheet. And what this is going to do is every time somebody joins that group, and in that question, they're going, where we had our question set up, and it says, what are you? Are you a realtor? Are you an investor? Are you a wholesaler? What are you? And then it's got their email address. It's going to take that information and move it over to this Google Sheet. Okay. So first we got to do is make a copy of that Google Sheet. So we're going to go over here and we're going to make a copy. And to do that, we go in here and we say make a copy. And then we're going to name it, Tampa Wholesalers. Why can't I spell tonight? I'm sorry, guys. It's too late. Okay, and create it. Okay, we're going to create that. Now, once it's here, we need to go up here and we want to change this and make it public. And we want to make anybody that can access it an editor. Okay? And we're done. And then we're going to take that link like that and copy it and go back to the collector and put our sheet number in there, right? And authenticate it. And we got to give it approval. Okie dokie. Boom, done, okay? So now this one's in there and it's set up, okay? Now the next thing I want you to do, you don't have to do this, but I strongly suggest it. All right, you need to have an autoresponder, okay? I use one that's called ConvertKit, okay? And I'm going to get into the pricing of ConvertKit in a minute, but you're going to go into an email marketing system if you have one like I do, like with ConvertKit. You're going to go into subscribers, then you're going to go in here and you're going to create a tag. And the tag is going to be, guess what? Tampa Wholesalers and Investors. Boop, save. Okay, and now we've got that tag in here Where is it? Tampa Wholesalers and Investors, right there. Okay. And then, while we're here, we're going to go into this and go into settings. And I need my API key, right? And I grab that. Okay. And that's it. And we go back to our group collector. All right. And we're going to do this. We're going to go select an autoresponder. We're going to pick ConvertKit. We're going to pick that. Put our tag number in there. And then we're going to do Tampa. What is it? Tampa Wholesalers and Investors. Okay. And verify and update. Boop. All right, done. Right? Boop, done. All right. And then you can set up an auto approve. I'm not a big fan of this because I like when somebody wants to join a group, I kind of like look at their profile and make sure they're, not from someplace weird or it's not a fake profile, that they've been on there a while or whatever. But if you want to, you can go in there, right? And then you can turn this on and set automatic approvals, right? You can set how often you want, the group collector to check Facebook. And then you can set some they agreed to the rules. The email must have been entered in the questions, right? And you can set all this up. Again, I don't do it, but some people do. The reason I don't do it is because when it checks Facebook, if I'm working in another tab, all of a sudden it will jump over there and check Facebook while I'm working and then jump back. And I don't like when it does that. So I guess if, you weren't home or, whatever, you're going out and you wanted to turn it on to check while you were gone, that's fine. You could do that. All right. So that is it. And then that's all set up. So then, all right, we're getting there. We're getting to the good stuff now. Then when somebody asks to join your group, and I'm going to go to a group where I know there's going to be people wanting to get in here. Right here. You can see they have 7 member requests, and I'm a moderator of this group too, so that's why I've got access to it. But you can see how it says approve right here. But if you wait a second, it's going to change. And it's just going to go to this because it's group collector approve, right? So then you see where they've entered their email address here. This person didn't put it in. This one did. That one didn't. That one didn't, right? A lot of people aren't putting them in here. I don't know if on their member questions, if they say it's, they don't make it, they don't say it's mandatory to put it in. Some people put it in. All right. So anyway, you approve these people, right? So I'm just going to approve this one. I'm going to approve this guy and let him in and take it. Boop. And see, it'll say boop and taking it, right? And then if you go over to your group collector, and we'll go to that group, because I'm pretty sure I had it in here. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I deleted it. Okay, well, anyway, when you do that, it will go into your list, right? So here's a list of everything that I'm collecting, right? Here's all the names, and here's the email addresses, right, that I'm collecting in my group. It also goes into my subscribers. So every time somebody subscribes, it goes in there, right? Here's where I dumped a bunch of emails in there, but it goes into my list, okay? And there I have their email. So if it's a wholesaler or it's an investor, whoever it is, I have collected their email. Now, what do you do with that, right? So we can download this list, and I could upload it to something like REI Black Book. All right, so REI Black Book is a CRM, and you don't have to use a CRM to do this, right? But I can upload that list in there, And then I've got everybody's, cash buyer, their flipper, right? If it was a wholesaler, I could make it say wholesaler or whatever. And I've got all their information, right? And if I want to market all these people, I just go in here and hit broadcast, right? And I want to do an email broadcast. And, I just pick their stuff, right? What am I going to send to? I'm going to send to cash buyers, right? And then I'm going to create a custom email. I can put a subject line on it. Hey, thanks for, joining my group. Appreciate you here. Introduce yourself. I'm new in, real estate. I'm a wholesaler. I work the Dallas Fort Worth market. I work the Tampa market. I work wherever you're working and whatever. Boom. Right. So you can do it in here in a CRM, or you can do it in here in a email system, and you can create broadcasts, or you can create sequences or whatever. So the nice thing about this is we can create a sequence, and what will happen, and I've got some in here of products I promote and things in the Wholesaler's Toolbox, but it will send a list of emails, right? So let's say we want to create a sequence, and we can name it whatever we want, and we can put our intro in here. So every time somebody joins your list, you can send out an email. Hey, this is me. This is what I'm doing. I'm a new wholesaler, and I'm looking for off-market deals in there. If you're an investor, I'm glad you're here, and you're now on my cash buyers list. If you've got a website, maybe you can send them over to that and say, hey, give me more criteria about what you're looking for. Then you can also say, hey, if you're a wholesaler, I'd love to, to connect with you. Here maybe create a form that says, hey, tell me about, what areas you're wholesaling in, what kind of, buyers list you have or whatever. Maybe let's team up. Or if you don't have a buyers list, maybe, you can bring deals to me or whatever, right? And then, so now we get into like how to make money with this other than wholesaling. So you can start marketing products to these people, especially if you segment it and you make it wholesaler investor, right? So okay, so if it's an investor, you want to provide value. Okay, so I would add a second email to my investors, right? And we'll go to that one. And then we would make one that would say, like, just, like I said, again, just value. So I would do like, maybe best property management companies in Tampa Bay, right? And then you can write an article or an email about that and say, hey, I know, a lot of the investors I deal with, or a lot of investors I talk with, are always looking for a great property management company in Tampa. Here's a list of the 10 top companies or the 10 best companies or whatever. And if you don't know them, right, it's very easy to hop over to ChatGPT and just say, hey, write me this email. I want to write an email to investors in Tampa Bay that and talk about, picking the right property management company, and have it write it for you, okay? And a lot of times ChatGPT will even go out to the internet and get the names and addresses and phone numbers of those property management companies. If not, it take you, 10 minutes to do it. Just Google it and you can find it and put them into your email, okay? So then you have a second email that says that. Now you might want to add a third one that says best property management software, okay? So then we go over and we look for that. Management software. Okay? And we'll find some on here. Here's one, property management software, all right? And I don't know if this one from a hole in the ground, but I'm just going to look at it here real quick. So, here's, good rental property management software. And if we scroll down, they have an affiliate program. Okay. Become an affiliate, right? Apply to be an affiliate, right? So you can apply, right? Look around, find a good one that people use a lot, right? But almost every software company has an affiliate program. So let's click on there, right? And then you just apply, right? See, I'm already this is through Impact, and I'm already affiliate for some stuff on their network. But you just fill out your stuff where you're gonna, a lot of times where it's going to ask where you're going to promote it, and and all that stuff. But you can look at these systems, and a lot of times they'll pay 15, 10, 15, 20% on affiliate commissions for that. Okay, so look around and find a good one that you can sign up for that a lot of people are using, and then create an email around that and say, hey, see your property manager, your a landlord, here's a great system, right? If they're a fix and flip person, right, you could promote something like Rehab Valuator, which helps people, estimate and control the rehab projects, right? And I'm affiliate for those. So you can build a complete list of these things, right? And I think I asked ChatGPT to do this right here. Oh, no, that was when I was writing for our AI Black Book. But anyway, you can say, what are some good products to promote to real estate investors, or what are they searching for the most? And you're going to get, property management companies, title companies, investor-friendly realtors, software, and all these things. So start looking at them and see which one of these things can you promote a software or a company that has an affiliate program, right? So not only are you putting them on your cash buyer list, but you're promoting things to them, right? And if anybody wants to go down this path and talk about things to promote more specifically, reach out to me and we can do that, right? But I'm just giving you kind of like a high-level overview of this, right? So then you just create like a whole series of email, right? And again, give them a lot of value, right? So best title companies, best dumpster companies, clean out companies, start thinking about like what a investor would use, right? And then you can do the same thing for wholesalers if you want, like, what would a wholesaler use in your area, right? And do the same thing. So then you're not only, saying, hey, get on my list for houses, right? But you're building that relationship with them. You're saying, hey, I'm giving you stuff, right? Here's the best landscaping companies in, St. Petersburg. If you've got a property that needs the grass cut or I was going to say snow removed, but that doesn't happen in Tampa. But like in Detroit, you might do snow removal companies that do residential properties or whatever. So just give value. All right, so that's it. So this is for wholesalers and investors. All right, and then if you wanted to, and I've been playing with this and I haven't done it, complete honesty, but I think it would work well. If you wanted to start doing a similar thing and building a list of people that had distressed properties, I would do that too, okay? So I might, like when I'm driving for dollars, or if I'm doing mail, or, however, whatever marketing method I'm using, I would try to be the person that provides value. Everybody's reaching out to them and saying, hey, do you want to sell your house, right? And that's fine if you do that, right? I buy houses, like, if you want to sell your house to me, that's great. But, if it's a probate, say, hey, I've got a, or a pre-probate or whatever, you might, want to reach out to them and say, hey, I've got a guide on, how to sell a house, that, in probate or whatever. Whatever, get them to come to your website or to a Facebook group and give you that email for some information, right? Top, vacant house vacant house owner guide, right? And then talk about like how to secure a property, how to, if you're up north, how to winterize a property, insurance companies for vacant properties or whatever. If enough people do this, I'll brainstorm all kinds of ideas of things that you could market, right? But if you're saying that to a property, somebody that's got a property that looks like this on my screen, that's vacant and ugly and all that stuff, you could say, hey, do you want to rehab it? Here's a list of contractors in the area, and maybe have an agreement with those contractors. If you get them a lead, they'll pay you on it, right? If they get a deal out of it, they'll pay you, and you're doing marketing for them. So you could do contractors, you could do lawn maintenance, you could do property preservation companies, like I said, up north that go in and winterize houses and, make sure there's no water in the pipes so the pipes aren't going to freeze, and they secure the property and all that. But there's a whole list of things you could do. Estate companies, like estate sale companies, you name it down the line. Okay. So anyway, so you're collecting emails, you're putting them in an email system like ConvertKit, and then you're marketing to them, right? So you're not only saying, hey, I'll buy your property, but you're giving them other solutions, right? So you can make an email that says, hey, here's the best, property management companies in Tampa. If you want somebody to manage this property for you, and then down at the bottom you can have, if you're looking to sell the property, contact me, right? Here's my website and here's my phone number or whatever. So that's how I think wholesalers should market other services, right? So I know this has gone on for a little while and I've talked a lot, but I'm going to give you all the links to the stuff that I talked about. So you guys know how to set up Facebook, and I'm sure you're all on Facebook. So you've already got a Facebook account. That's free. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Let's hop over here real quick to ConvertKit. Okay, so ConvertKit, to sign up for ConvertKit, you can do it for free up to 1,000 subscribers, but that doesn't give you automations, right? The automated email sequence that I was talking about. So if you want to sign up for that, you can do it. If you want to go monthly, it's $15 a month for up to 300 people, right? And then you've got those automations, so you can build that list of emails, like, have one go this week, have one go the following week, have one go the following week, right? And build that list with ChatGPT, get creative, if I want to send emails to the owner of some vacant properties, what kind of services would they be looking for, right? And ChatGPT will say, spit out stuff. And then just brainstorm and think about it, right? What if I had a vacant property, what would I need, right? I would need, potentially a realtor or a, investor to buy it, or a contractor, general contractor, or a lawn company or whatever. And, make relationships with those people, realtors and contractors and all that, because if you throw a realtor a lead, they're going to work with you on stuff too. So, right. So anyway, so $15 a month for that. And then Group Collector is one time $79 and you own it, right? And that's it. You don't ever have to pay for it again. So, relatively cheap to do. All right. And, then I'll link to these two things. I'll link to ConvertKit. I've got an affiliate link for ConvertKit and for Group Collector. So I'll put the links there. If you're going to do this, please use my link so I can, make a couple bucks on it. Doesn't cost you any more, but I make something on it. All right. So that, and then I will, I want to go back here. Oh, there we go. So I'll give you the links to those two things. I'll link to REI Black Book if you want to take a look at that. Great CRM that I'm promoting. And then I'll link to ChatGPT, so you guys have all the tools on this. So that is it. I promise this to you. I promise I'd talk about how to build a list, how to monetize it. And this is how I would do it if I were you. I monetize my list. I send out things. I'm an affiliate for things. And I think you guys can do the same thing with your business. So you're not only, doing the real estate, you're wholesaling, but you can make some money off of, real estate related products and help people out with some good content, right? And I think that's it. I'm going to have the guy on from the cold email marketing company in the coming weeks, I think this week or next week. And when I have him on, I'm going to talk about taking these email lists and building them up like this, and then putting them into a bigger list and putting them into a cold email marketing system. So stay tuned for that too. Okay, so that's it. Links are going to be below the video or around the video, and give me your feedback. Let me know, comment on this, and let me know what you thought of it. And like I said, if you want to continue this conversation and, maybe us all get into a Zoom meeting and brainstorm ideas, I am open to doing that too. So that's it. Talk to you guys soon.